Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Vixen here, the MUA, and I have a new look for you guys. It's a smoky eye with glitter and bomb beautiful lashes. Let's get into it. Alright, so here we have me with my eyebrows already done, and I have my base laid down. This is the P. Louise base in Rumor 2. So here I am with the Juviasplace, the Zulu palette. I'm going to start off with the brown in the palette. I'm going to put that in the crease and I'm just going to pack it in. I don't remember what kind of brush this is. I think this is the Morphe M441 brush, if I'm not mistaken. I tend to use a couple of the same brushes during this look. But yeah, we're just going to get this brown packed in there really nicely. And we're gonna make sure it's pigmented. And oh, also disclaimer that my lighting will change several times throughout this video because I wanted to get it right, and it just wasn't looking good for me, but I still wanted to post a video. So now I'm taking my Profusions palette, the Velvet Matte collection, and I'm going to use some dark browns and blacks in that palette to make it a little darker because it was looking a little light for me with what I used. So here I'm using that same brush, packing that on. I didn't show that I used my Anastasiabeverlyhills Dip Brow in Ebony to lay down as a base for that dark color because I didn't use black until I put this down. So this basically just made the look darker and deeper and made it more of a smoky eye. So next we are moving on to glitter, which is my favorite part. This glitter is, I forgot the name of it, but it is from a company I found on Instagram called Fluttered by Ro. I will have everything in the description bar below so you guys can click on this stuff and get the same stuff that I use. I always get my glitters from her, and I've never had an issue with shipping. Everything is full to the rim, nothing's half full or empty or whatever. They're really great quality, great glitters, and they're for your eyes. Like, some glitters are not safe for the eyes and they hurt because they're not supposed to be used for that, but these glitters I don't have any issues with, whether they're chunky or they're really fine. No problems whatsoever. So I've laid my glitter down. I've used my eyelash glue to use as an adhesive because I don't care for the glitter primer by NYX. I don't know why, but I just don't like it. It just never really works out for me. So I just use my eyelash glue. So there, let me fix my hair. So now I'm just checking everything over, and we're gonna go in with one of my favorites. Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know how to pronounce this because it's in French, but it's a 3-in-1. It's like a cream hydrant. You can use it as a moisturizer, makeup primer, or a moisturizing mask, and I mostly use it for a primer if I'm not using my Hydro Grip primer by Mink Cosmetics. That stuff is wonderful. So if I'm not using her, I'm using this other bad bitch over here. So now that we got that pressed in the skin, we can start by applying everything else. So I'm moving on to foundation, which of course is the Juviasplace foundation. I've been talking about this foundation since I got it. I love it. It's a velvet matte finish. It's made by a black woman. There's way more than 3 or 4 shades for the brown girls, the dark girls, the olive girls, the tan girls, the snow white girls. Like, literally there's a shade for everybody in this collection, and I love this foundation. It goes on so smooth. There's little to no effort used to like blend everything out. It's just seamless. So this brush right here is by Real Techniques, and it's not a foundation brush. It is actually a cheek brush, and I found out about this brush for foundation by a fellow makeup artist here on YouTube and Instagram. Her name is Kiki Adams. She sells glitters in Pigments as well. And I think she sells eyelashes too. I can't remember. But she has some really good products. Y'all should check her out. So here I'm setting everything with my Maybelline powder in Deep. I just started using that as well. I like that for setting my foundation. Not to be like super repetitive, but literally this Juviasplace foundation, I'm going to be using her probably in every tutorial until it runs out. Because she's bae right now. Like literally I have the hardest time finding a foundation that I like during the summer, and this is it. So with blending the foundation, you want to make sure you're just pressing everything into the skin for a nice smooth beat. And here I am with my Milani's Conceal and Perfect concealer. This is in the shade Deep Tan. I personally feel like this is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape concealers, and they're way more affordable. And I just like the way they apply and blend out. And if you notice, I am using the same brush for everything because my daughter got into my brushes and misplaced everything. So I just went ahead and just used the same brush for everything. I normally don't do this, but hey, it got the job done, as you guys can see. So I am blending out this nose contour, putting that highlight on that forehead so when the light hits me, you can catch all this big forehead beautifulness, if that's even a word. So here I'm going to cream contour before I put a powder contour on. I really haven't been contouring lately. I guess I've been bronzing more than anything because my contour has not been heavy. It's been like more on the reddish side. So I guess I would consider it bronzing, but I like it. It makes everything look smooth. So I'm just gonna put that in. I laid it down. We're patting it into the skin. We're gonna make sure we blend out everything into those edges. And also a quick tip, when you are blending out your contour or your bronzer, make sure you blend up. You don't want to blend down because it's gonna make your face look like you have that drooping look, like that droopy look. So we want to make sure everything is high and lifted because we are accentuating the cheekbone. So we want to make sure those are lifted. So here I am going to set my concealer with my Makeup Revolution powder in Lace. Love that powder. Never get an ashy flashback look from it, and it just makes everything sit. I never have any issues with this powder. This powder is also affordable. I don't know where else you can get it besides online and Ulta. I'm sure if you live across the pond you can see it in like different stores or whatever, but I always find it at Ulta. So we're just gonna put it everywhere where we highlighted, and we're just buffing that in. I don't bake. I'm not a baker. So with that being said, I literally just press the powders into my skin, and you want to make sure everything is seamless. So now I am setting my contour with my powder. So this is by Black Radiance. Before I set everything else, I want to make sure I go in with my small fluff brush. This is the only brush I use to blend out my nose contour. It's small enough to basically snatch my nose. So that's all I'm saying. So after I do that, I'm gonna set everything with the powder from Black Radiance. It's a soft focus one, and milk chocolate. Really love that stuff. It really takes your face from in real life to a filter, like no cap whatsoever. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just putting, well, right now I'm fixing my nose because I snatched her a little too much. So we're gonna make her look good. Alright, so this is the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do have more videos coming, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.